Hi everyone, welcome to another episode of our Tea Talk with Goodness Usman, your number one real estate talk show in Africa. Thanks to each and every one of you who keep watching every time we upload a new episode. Like I always love to say, you are the real MVP. Thank you. Keep watching and don't forget to subscribe if you're yet to do so. You know that on this channel we bring so much value to you. So yes, if this is your very first time of coming across the show, I want to say welcome to the family. We are delighted to have you here with us today. So we have a ritual that we observe, which is wherever you're watching me, ensure that it is a good time, you're relaxed, you're available. Now if you're not available, you're at work, you're driving, okay, please save this video to watch later, and when you're now relaxed, please watch it and ensure that you grab yourself a glass of water, a glass of juice, maybe a glass of wine or green tea like me, or beverage, whichever one rocks your boat. So let's get right into the ritual and then get right into the topic of the day. I have my green tea here with me as usual, so shall we? Cheers to you too. Whew. Always an amazing feeling every time I get to sip my green tea. Oh my God. Going right into the show, today I want to discuss 5 real estate myths that you need to cancel this year 2025. Yes, I do not see you working with these myths. Please erase it, cancel it, trash it, everything it. Just don't have it within your system in whatsoever capacity, because it's not going to do you any good. So why keep something that is not adding value or of benefit to you? So let's get right into myth number 1. You need to have 100% funds to buy a house. Let me say it again. Myth number 1 that so many have out there is that they think that they need 100% of the funds before they buy a house. Well, let me say this to you. That is not correct. It is wrong. And I'm here to correct it. It is not until you have 100% of your payment or your cash before you buy a house. You don't have to have that. Yes, you can buy your house 100% cash down and then move on. However, it is not everyone that has 100% funds all the time. So if you see a property you want to buy, you can ask question, what is my options? There are so many flexible payment plan options. We even have mortgage system in Nigeria, even though our mortgage system is not as functioning, as fast, as credible, as good as the one we have more in the Western world. But that does not dismiss the fact that we have a mortgage system. You can approach the mortgage system in 2 routes. Either you're using the government, which is the federal government mortgage, or you're using the bank mortgage. Yes, most of these financial institutions, they have mortgage systems. It's just that they offer mortgage packages. It's just that their interest rate is very high. Some even do as high as 40%, 25%, 30%, depending on which financial institution you are speaking with. However, for the federal government mortgage, the interest rate is way cheaper, about 7%. However, there's limited to how much you can access by the federal government mortgage. I think in a lifetime it's 15 million naira. So that's the cap. Once you access 15 million naira, that's it in your entire lifetime. But the interest rate is cheaper, and then it takes a while. I remember embarking on some mortgage processes for some level of clients 3 years ago, if not 4 years now. Some of them have not even gotten their funds. So anyways, that does not also dismiss that it is an option. But the most popular route is the flexible payment plan that these developers give to you, depending on which property you're buying and which location, you can have up to 3 years is not very common, but 2 years, 24 months is very, very common. So you see that this myth number 1 is a error, is wrong. So yes, please, this year 2025, whether you're new coming into the market, especially the new ones, investors coming into this Nigerian real estate market, you're still trying to understand the market, please, when you come across this, just do it like this, do it like a paper you don't need anymore, squeeze it and trash it. All right, let's go to myth number 2. Renting is always cheaper than buying. Hey, did I just hear that? Renting is always cheaper than buying. Well, this is the reality. First of all, depending on the location at which you are buying the property, that's the first thing. Depending on what the situation is, where you're buying the house. But overall, buying, essentially, is better than renting. We don't even need to go back and forth with that. I've put a caveat, like, depending on where, the location, right? And other things that are surrounding the circumstances. But overall, no way. Buying is better than renting. So for those of you who are thinking of buying your own house, and maybe someone has told you, or a friend or a family member say, oh, just continue paying your rent, it doesn't make any, it's cheaper for you. Well, it's not cheaper. Now let me break it down to how or why why it is not cheaper. If you stay in a rented apartment, you will take care of the house, yes or yes. So there are things that landlords don't take care of, especially landlords in Lagos. We need to call the attention of landlords in Lagos to certain things. They need to change. Not all landlords, but certain landlords. You people should change, please. Why? So yes, when you're living in a rented apartment, you will take care of the apartment. You're going to spend money taking care of the house. In fact, I've seen situations where people rent a house and then they transform the house, they say they don't like the POP, they don't like the tiles, they don't like the cabinets in the kitchen, the sink, and toilet wares, and they do overall modification. And I'm like, yo, if you have access to this kind of fund to spend on someone, don't get me wrong, I'm not saying it's not okay for people to take care of people's house. I do that, but there's a level to it. Why don't you just put this money together and go buy your house? Because this is somebody else's house. And we have situations where when all of this modification is done, the landlord issues a quick notice. I still have a situation right now I'm trying to handle with a lawyer. This person moved in 1 year down the line and he has been given a quick notice. Why? When the landlord came to visit the house, he saw that the whole interior has changed. This guy has taken care of so many things. The new carpenters are wearing a new look. I mean, the whole house is looking new, and he's like, oh, he then realized that he was, this is a greedy landlord anyway. He then realized that he is going to make more money from this, but forgetting that he's this guy that spent all this money. So he told him to leave, and now they are what? They are in court. We just filed in court because you cannot do that after modifying your house and you tell him to leave. I know some people will beg to differ. I'll see you in the comment section. We're going to continue the conversation in the comment section. But overall, it is not fair. At least give the person 2 to 3 years to enjoy what this person has done to your house, because the person is going to leave at the end of the day. So you see what I'm saying? If you live in a rented apartment, you still spend money taking care of the house. So why don't you, if you have the money to buy your own house, buy and move to your own house and then still be maintaining your own house? It's your own house. Imagine that guy now, if he was in his house, who is going to come and pursue him? He can change anything he wants in your own house. So yes, that's being said, let's go to myth number 3. I don't need a real estate agent's help in purchasing a property. You see this one, This one. I know that people have different opinion about it. So people say, yes, why do I need a real estate agent? Why do I You see, this myth or this conversation is only borderline Nigerian real estate agents or Nigerian realtors. When you are in the Obodo Oyibo, you cannot even, this myth does not even exist abroad. That's what I realized. It doesn't exist abroad. But that's a conversation for another day. Please, if you think you don't need a real estate agent, you do. You do. Especially when you are not even so conversant with that environment. You don't know much about the market you're entering into. There are so little you can know. Yes, you can catch some research online and all of that. But then the real estate agent is there to do the legwork for you. Right? So please cancel that myth. I mean, in 2025, I don't expect anybody to even still be nursing that kind of myth anyway. However, if you still find yourself thinking that route, please cancel it. I mean, I see it happen a lot of the time. So people say, oh, why do I need to talk to realtor? I can just go directly to the company. There are deals that realtors can still get for you. That's the truth. Fine, sometimes the deals can be beyond the realtor, but there are deals, there are situations where the realtor will come in and get a deal for you, get an extension for you. You are on a payment plan. You can liaise with your realtor. Your realtor can liaise with them and the developer. See, the job of a realtor cannot be completely eroded. You cannot take it away from a real estate agent. You cannot. You are a landlord. You have bought this house. You want to rent it out. It's a real estate agent that will help you with it. The running around. I mean, how do you even say you don't need a real estate agent? Recently, we were having a conversation of the importance of the work, the level of work that real realtors do, and I just shake my head sometimes because I'm like, some people just don't have an idea. So yes, you do need a real estate agent. So that takes me to myth number 4. Real estate investing requires a whole lot of capital. Well, that is again not true. It is not true. It's almost like the very first one that you say you need 100% money. Yes, we understand that when it comes to real estate investment, it's huge capital base, and it depends on the kind of investment you intend to go into. So if you're going into an Ikoyi market, we already know that you're running into the billion gangs. Of course, if you're doing the Ikate market, it's still the million gang, and then the Ajahazes. I mean, but if you're doing fast growing Ibejuleki, it's the million gang though, but I mean a very, very low millions, right? So yes, whether you're doing a low income market or you're doing an average market or you're doing the high end market, the eyebrows, you do not 100% need huge capital. There's something we call investment seed. There's something we call initial deposit. There's something we call initial capital. With your initial capital, you can start your real estate investment journey. And I always advise that you don't wait until you have 100%. You don't even wait. Just know what your options are and start with your initial capital, and then you can just watch your journey and you keep growing as you grow. That's that's one very interesting thing about real estate investment. It just allow you to grow, and as you grow, you can increase your real estate portfolio. So hence, why it is important to start from where you are. Right? If where you are right now is City View, Kashif, you can only afford 5 million naira for a plot of the commercial plot, start there. If you can only afford 4 million naira for a plot, start there. If you can only afford 1 acre there, 23.5 million naira, start there. If you can only afford 1 acre, 15 million naira at Oluyole Resort in Ibadan, start there. If you can only afford to buy a farmland in Bounty Harvest, start there. Wherever you can start, whatever you have with you is what you should start with. Some people make a very funny mistake with, oh, I cannot live in Ibajuleki, why should I invest there? I can never live in Kashi, I can never live in Ibadan. But your money can work in Ibadan, your money can work in Gwagwalada, your money can work in Dubai. I always say it on this show. Me, I'm going to be an investor in Dubai. I'm going to be an investor in US at some point, in UK. I probably will not live in all these places now. I don't even see myself living in Dubai. Maybe we're going in and coming out. But then my investment is working for me. My money is working for me. In the US, my money was working for me. So the same thing in Nigeria. You don't have to live in a place before you invest there. So don't make that mistake of, oh, man. In fact, the other part is, some people say, oh, I want my house to be inside, you know that Admiralty. When you enter like if it's one like this, Admiralty Road, before you take 3-4 steps, that's where I want my house to be. Gun, 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 gun. But guess what? Your resources cannot go. That's when you take few steps. Yes. So while you're waiting for your resources to be up to the gun, you know, or you want to buy in Oniru, you cannot afford Bloom Towers in Oniru, or you are yet to be able to afford the Avocado Autobiography, or you are yet to be able to afford an apartment inside Autobiography in VI. You can start with the Avocado Abidjan apartment. That's a journey. You don't have to live in the Avocado apartment, but you can afford to buy 1-bedroom apartment in the Avocado in Abidjan GRA today, right? At how much? 60 million naira. That's a good one. That's a good start. And if you cannot afford it, it's only Lakeview you can afford. 80 million naira per plot. Start with the Lakeview and grow, because your money you put in Lakeview in the next 5 years is never going to be the same. So you have sent your money on an errand. As you keep increasing as you keep growing in resources, your real estate investment portfolio will keep growing. And at some point, you will be able to afford far more than Ikoyi, or in Ikoyi, or whichever place you choose. Even Maitama in Abuja. So you are based in Abuja, or you love Abuja market. They are saying, come and buy CTV in Gogola. You're like, eh? And then, can I live there immediately? Can I? Come on. Where you can live immediately in Maitama, in Isokoro, you and I know that you cannot afford it yet. So you can start with the city view that we cannot afford. Honestly, I keep saying it that though at that time, I'm actually a student. Lugbe, when I knew Lugbe decades ago, there's no way I could afford it then. Even at that time as a student. But I wish I had a family member who I ran around, I understand, and then we bought into Lugbe. Lugbe is a big boy now. I mean, how many years down the line? So the same thing is happening with these fast-growing places. I mean, I can't live in Oluyole right now, Moniya Road. I can't live there, except if I want to go and do a film village like the Kunle Afolayan or the Ibrahim Chatta. I want to go and build a resort or build my film village where I'll be producing my films, or other people come and produce film. Aside all of that, I can't live there now. But there will be a time where Oluyole Resort or city will be livable. There will be a time that Lakeview Park and Resort will be livable. City View will be livable. But you would have what? You would have taken a good step into investing in all of these places. And that's where long-term investment is what we're talking about when it comes to long-term investment. So please, you do not need huge capital to start. I mean, extension of it. Speaking about how it is important or advising you to buy acre deals. So this estates I've mentioned now, Oluyole, you can buy acre deal, 15 million naira is the sea of land. You can buy acre deal in Peak Palm, 120 million gets you an acre deal. We all know that 120 million cannot get you anything in Lekki Phase 1. Now look at that Peak Palm now. 120 million still gets you 1 acre, which is 6 plots, a sea of land, governor's consent. Now, right, by the time that place is fully not habitable, because it's habitable now, but when it's fully commercialized, right, the value obviously would have rose to over $500 million, if not even $1 billion at some point. Yes, at some point, Lakeview, that Peak Palm will be in $1 billion for that your acre deal that you bought at 120 million now, that you can buy at 120 million now. You can buy it and spread your payment across this month, no interest. You can do flexible payment plan. When it becomes when it then worth billions, like what we have in Apapa now. Do you know how much a plot of land is sold in Apapa now? Yes, you might be looking at it from 2025. Let's look at it from 2030. Let's look at it at 2035. God keeping us alive, right? It's real estate. And that's what we say that is one of the safest means of generating wealth for generations unborn. I've said this several times on this show, that many of us were able to connect or have one thing or the other to do with our great-grandparents we never physically met, but we met them via the investment decision they took those days. Imagine those days. Well, they're not even this woke, but they were really into real estate investments. The Morocco of those days, nobody wanted to touch it now. Little did we know, right? Many people come and say, oh, if I knew, I don't feel like a me now. Even this Ekpe we're talking about, Ekpe, this same Ibejuleki I'm talking to you about, 7 years ago, Ekpe was practically being sold at maybe 50 or 100 million naira, 100,000 naira. This is not even a cap. I know. Even me myself didn't buy from Omoneles, right? So a bush today becomes a city tomorrow, and that's one of the reasons why I love real estate. So let's go to the last myth, which is myth number 5. This one, I'm just going to talk about it. All realtors are the same. You know, like Eh? I hear this all the time. All rentals are the same. In fact, when I was talking to my team, that what we should have carved it as is all rentals are in for the money. I think that's the most popular one. Because all of you are the same. All you care about is your commission. Yeah, that's the line. Please, first of all, that's not true. How can all realtors be the same? Are we the same height? Let's start with that. Are we the same height, the same color, of the same village, from the same family? Did we share the same family background? Did we go to the same school? Do we have the same training? Do we have the same exposure? I mean, that's crazy. That's crazy. It's a very crazy thing to say, that all realtors are the same. Please, the next time you find yourself using that word, just remember I said that's crazy. Don't use that word anymore. Lose it. I mean, just lose it. Yes, you are making your point. You might be right with your point, but generalizing has never been right. Anything you generalize is not right. It's not. I mean, you can argue it in the comment section and say when something is 70%, then it's right. No, it's still not right. It's still not 100%. Please, all realtors cannot be the same. In fact, let me break it down. All realtors cannot have the same expertise, the same market experience. For instance, if you come to me and talk about Ikoyi market, I don't have good knowledge about Ikoyi market. I've not entered into that market yet. But if you're talking to me about the Aja, VGC, Kota, going downward, Bejuleke, Ekpe, Aziz, that is where I've been measured. Now, going forward, you might come back in 2 years' time. I might be able to tell you about Ikoyi market, VI market, because I'm entering into that market now. But as at this moment, no. So how can I be the same with someone who has been in the Ikoyi market only all their life? Maybe for 5-10 years ago. How can a realtor who has been in the system for a decade or 2 decades be the same with the one that just entered into the system? You know, how can a realtor who does her job diligently be the same with the one that does not? I get where you guys are coming from in terms of, oh, we're just out for the commission. That's also not true. It cannot be true now. Why will all realtors be out there for commission? Now, I want to also use this opportunity under this last myth to address this. For us in Nigeria Realty 24/7, we go all out. We do after-sales support. Our after-sales support, trust me, is a lot. We do a lot when it comes to after-sales support. We do a lot when it comes to customer service, right? And that is expected. But the truth is it everybody that does it? No. And the level, in fact, recently in the last few months now, when the fuel price changed, drastically, some of the vehicles we could use for inspection or we used to go and do allocation, we spend over 100,000 naira. In fact, just these few days I was in Ibadan to do an allocation on behalf of 2 or 3, I think, some clients. And I'm like, I go with a team. The fuel we spent to go to Ibadan to and fro, we couldn't even come back that day because, health, I have people on my team and I care about my team. I take care of my team. I wouldn't take somebody's daughter or son to Ibadan and be coming back at late, flying that road. No, I couldn't do that because we were tired. So you spend hotel fee, you know, and then you say all realtors are the same. How? Representing you. And these clients, we don't ask clients to pay us for these services. So you now come to me and say, all realtors are the same. They're just there for your commission. Really? When you are breaking it down, really, let's even break it down. Let's really, really break it down. Because at that point, I could say, I get why some other realtor will say, sorry, if you're doing this, you're going to pay. Really? Because at the end of the day, it is resources that have been used. The wear and tear on your vehicle, when you put all of that together. So please, the next time when you say all realtors are the same, you should really, really check it. Are you sure that's a correct English word? Because really, no human being is the same. Even our fingers that is owned by me, not the one that is owned by my sibling. It's not the same. See, right? So how would all realtors be the same? So I'm just going to keep it at bay. That's, before you come for me in the comment section. So ladies and gentlemen, that is it. The 5 myths I want you to discard this year 2025. Please ensure that all realtors are the same. Don't you alone. They are not all the same. We are all not the same. And we are not all there for the money. That's the truth. In fact, the stress, oh God, the behind the scene, the stress we go through, bringing this content to you people only. I'm staying consistent on this YouTube channel. You don't come and say all realtors are the same. In fact, let's even forget our location. When you buy a property from us, going to those sites every time, following up, especially these off-plan projects, following up, raising teams, people you pay salary, the fuel, the lunch sometimes, you need to buy the lunch under the sun, they want to check under the rain. Did you really, really? Maybe when we start charging, maybe someone will not say, all right, say, and you say, oh goodness, give me an update on my property. And I say, oh, sir, please, this is the cost of the logistics. Because really, let's look at it. If you say your family member to come and represent you for allocation, I get it. When we are telling you to buy the property, that's what we promise you. Oh, we're going to do that. But come on, the economy has changed. And even this commission you guys are talking about, they've brought it down. This is a whole topic for it's on another level. And I like to say things, I like to be very, very realistic. And that's why a lot of the time we appreciate people who they just appreciate the level of work that you put in. They have an idea of how much work you do, going to developers, talking to them, chasing them, and all of that, etc. Anyways, in the end, we love all of our clients and we appreciate you all. Thank you always. Thank you always. You are the reason why it worth all of the work that we put in, and we appreciate you. Honestly, all of us at majority. So yes, which of this myth do you recognize? What do you have to say about this myth? What do you have to say? Do you have a contrary opinion? I'm always open to learning, even though I'm the expert here. I'm open to learn. So is there any other myths you want us to talk about? Put it in the comment section. I'll be in the comment section with you guys. Do not forget, my name is Goodness Usman. And of course, I am the queen of Lalo Maker. I am here for you. Yes, I want to be your eyes, your ears when it comes to you investing in the Nigerian real estate market. We still got good deals, got good deals right now. ICA deals. These guys are making me happy. ICA deals, hectare deals, the estates I've mentioned, and so many others. All you need to do now is to type my number. Talk to me today. Let's look at the options. What's your resources right now? What are you looking at? What's your future plan? And then I can guide you as to how to start well and give you all the information that you need. Thank you once again for doing this with me. I'm going to see you guys in the next episode. Now, before I go, if you have any topic you want me to address, please put it in the comment section and then we'll work on it on the next episode. Please ensure that wherever you're watching me from, yes, you remain safe and awesome just the way you are. So I say to you, what?